this is a Star of Guidance, and this is going to be a Gemini reading. So I'm going to pull an oracle card to start with, and then I'm going to pull some tarot cards. So the first card that I've pulled for you is the Observer card. See this little fox? He's watching something from afar through his little telescope here. And the other card that I pulled for you is the Flexible card. Okay, so I'm going to read the meanings to you, and then I'm going to pull your tarot cards. So, number 49, Observer. If the number 49 means anything to you, then take note of that. You might want to look it up if it's an angel number for you. Okay, 49. Right. So this is about perspective, objectivity, and a neutral observation from a distance, as we just said. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify it with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need to distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. So for relationships, this is speaking about not being able to see the forest for the trees, your feelings getting all jumbled up, and hearing one thing when a person says another. So it's about getting your wires crossed. So you're being asked to take time out before you react. It's likely that the other person has no idea how their words are affecting you. Just take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take the higher ground now. Cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself and in others. And also in the landscape, you'll find things much improved sooner than you know. And for prosperity, this is a good time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Trust spirit. The perfect version of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. Oh, lovely. Okay, so keep that in mind because something else may come out to clarify that in the tarot in a moment. So the other card was the Flexible card, number 19. Oh, my stomach's growling. I have eaten. Okay, so teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure, like a building, would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. For relationships, in every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. And the prosperity message here, even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like, who will share in it, and what will then be available to you, you still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. Spirit may have much better plans for you. It could be a job you hadn't thought of, a new source of money, or some other opportunity that eluded your imagination. Be flexible and remind yourself, this or something better manifests for me now. Then be willing to bend a little. Enjoy the miraculous results. Wow, that's a really lovely reading. Okay, so being flexible and observing. Okay, so let's have a look at the tarot for you. What's the message, please? So the first card that's come out is the moon. So there's been some illusions of what should be. We're tying that in with our oracle message. There's been a few illusions here and perhaps some fears of the unknown. So perhaps you need to relinquish the need to know and just watch and wait and see, as you've just been advised to do. Let things unfold a little bit more naturally and try not to worry too much about the outcome here. That's your first card. That way so you can see. What else, please? Okay. I just need to figure out which way this needs to be. Okay. So I've turned it up as the correct way. It's the Three of Cups. I just want to think about this for a minute. So there's been a party or a celebration of some sort, or there is one coming up. There needs to be some cooperation here. Somebody's not cooperating. Somebody's breaking a harmonious atmosphere where it could be easier. Somebody should be celebrating something, but for some reason there's a problem. Something's getting in the way, and we'll find out a little bit more about what that is, what's going on. Okay. So moving on from a bad situation. Okay, so somebody's been a little bit stuck in the past and thinking that they still need to keep doing things a certain way or feeling a certain way when actually their life has moved forward, but there's sometimes a bit of a payoff by keeping ourselves stuck in not exactly victim mentality, but yeah, perhaps we're clinging on to old beliefs that used to protect us but that no longer serve us. So this is something we need to move on from. Again, it's about being flexible and just remember that you're past the worst. You've been through much worse before. And this is here to remind you that you're on calmer waters now. You're actually in calmer waters now. Okay, so let's see what else there is for you here. Oh, that came out so quickly. 1 minute. Okay, so you're being asked here to think a little bit more logically and less emotionally. You're being asked to use your mind. At the same time, there needs to be a balance here. You could be accused of being too cold or being too rigid. So again, remember to be flexible. Always using your intuition, using your logic, and using your words kindly. But yeah, seeing things clearly, having clarity is very important. So think of things objectively. That's what you've been asked to do with this card here, the Observer card. Think more objectively and take a step back and look from a distance instead of getting caught up. So perhaps you're the person, I don't know, it could be you or another person that was perhaps not celebrating life when you could be. So there's a lot for you to be happy about right now, but I feel that you're sort of clinging on to the past and not realizing that you're not in the troubled waters anymore. That's what I'm getting. And the fear is here. Perhaps you've been through some trauma and you're always expecting something bad to happen, and that's perhaps where some of this fear is coming in. But you don't need to be worrying about that anymore. That's gone, that's done. So yeah, you need to move forward now. Okay, what else? Okay, so you're learning something new. You're learning something about yourself, and you're learning about your abilities. Perhaps you're mastering something new. You could have started a new course. This is really important for you. You are kind of like a student at the moment. Perhaps you're doing a degree that's going to improve your self-esteem, and it's going to put you in a position where you're able to earn a lot more money. It could be something as simple as a self-development course. It doesn't have to be higher education. It could just be something that you're studying or reading on your own, or researching on your own, in order to sort of move yourself forward. This could be some form of self-help. And you could be using your skills. So there's some skills that you're learning or improving on. It could be as simple as improving your maths and English skills to enable you to feel more confident and to feel that you can be a valid person. I know that sounds silly to some people, but it can really hold you back if you don't have these basic skills down. And that can sometimes be feeling as though there's demons there, where people struggle with their maths or their English. So I'm being guided to say that to somebody. Don't worry, take your time, and don't be embarrassed about learning these skills or improving on skills that you have already. So it could be right at the one end of the spectrum where it's learning quite basic skills. Don't be embarrassed about that. It's excellent that you want to learn more. It could be at the other end of the spectrum where perhaps you are getting a master's degree and you want to learn more. So this is going to really help you to gain new perspectives as well, and to look at things more objectively. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Okay, and this is the Seven of Wands. So again, there's a need to remember not to be so defensive. You're feeling very defensive at the moment, so try not to feel that way. Just take it easy, and remember, you don't have to prove anything. Just do the best that you can, and don't worry too much. You may feel that there's competition when there really isn't any. You've got the higher ground here as long as you do what's right. Remember, you've got the higher ground if you do the right thing. So that's the most important thing. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Okay, there it is. And this is talking about being fulfilled, bringing in your harvest. This is the Nine of Pentacles. It's quite an independent energy, so I feel that this is very much for people who are single or who are being single-minded, and sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that's a very good thing, to focus on yourself and on what you need to do. So don't feel too guilty about that. Just as long as you're looking at yourself and not trying to tell other people what to do, that's fantastic. But enjoy these fruits of your labours. So this is showing that you've worked really hard, and now you can enjoy some good times. So yeah, that's a really positive end to this reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's kind of a bit of a general reading today. I didn't feel that it was one or the other, if it was love or career. It felt like a little bit of everything. I think there was a lot to do with the workplace and your personal development here. So maybe there's something here for you. I hope that there is. If there is, please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, take care. Bye, guys.